Doris Davenport.
And Doris, you have mentioned in terms of your journey that you considered it a beautiful burden. Why so?
You know, I don't think there is a greater honor, a deeper trust. It's a humbling experience, but when you're appointed by God to anoint someone's journey home to the other side, what you become is a trusted servant. You're a warrior, you're a midwife, you're a mourner. You go through all of those roles and all the emotions that go with it. So as much as I was honored to care for my mom and honored to care for my aunt, there were days when it was hard trying to balance work and being on the phone with my mom, because as primary caregiver, she couldn't stay with me because she had had a seizure. And even with 24-hour caregiving, when the shifts change, if she had had a seizure, there would just be, nobody there. So she did go back home to be with my dad, who himself was 90 at the time. He's 92 now. And it's hard balancing everything and, staying at peace. And as Mother Wade was saying, sometimes you don't like it when they don't appreciate. My mom, thank God, didn't suffer very much until the end. And she tried to make everybody else feel good during her journey. But when it started to get bad for her, pain-wise, she was never one to take pain very well. She didn't like that.
Did you ever come, despite your seminary training, did you ever come to the point in terms of saying, why me?
Yeah, I did because I have 3 sisters. And I still always felt like most of the burden fell on me. I also knew, like when I hear our new Pope's brothers say that when they were kids, some of them played sports, but he played priest, and their ironing board was the altar. I was always that way. I was always faith-based. My parents didn't go to church when we were little, but they always provided a way for any one of us who wanted to go. And I was one who wanted to be in church every Sunday. So while I knew that it was God giving me what he knew I could handle, I did still ask that question often, especially when it was hard. And I didn't know if I could balance and didn't know if I had everything I needed to be equipped with to handle the job.
If you were to give advice in terms of being well equipped, what would your satchel, what would your bag, your medicine bag include?
That's a good question. I think that the first thing I would say needs to be in that satchel is humility, because so much of what you do is just selfless. You have to be willing to put yourself aside to care for somebody else during those times. Prayer, you have to have prayer in that satchel. Prayer is a must, because when you hear God will not give you more than you can handle, and you're already equipped with anything he's asked you to do. All of that is true, but you don't know it in the moment. You don't know that until afterwards. So prayer, humility, I would say patience, although I don't tell anybody to ask for patience, because when you ask for patience, what God gives you is trial and tribulation to sharpen that tool. But if you've got patience and you've got humility, I think that you can handle it.
And what would you like to say to the board and the chief of the DME Care Circle on receiving this award?
The Dear Me Care Circle is an organization that is so needed. There are so many people who are caregivers today, and they have no idea that there's a community here. I would say to the board of Dear Me to elevate, reach out and elevate. When I come to this event next year, I fully anticipate 200 people, 300 people in the room, a sponsorship list that is 2 pages long, because this is something that everybody goes through. The resources that people need, this board, if it focused on making sure that those resources are not just available to people, but that people know that they're available. I thank Winona Redmond. My God, I don't know where this vision, I mean, she talked about it, but still, to take a vision like this and just voice it and start to put the pieces together to make it come to fruition.
To Winona.
Yeah, Winona Redmond. From the depth of my heart, want to say thank you, because today I felt seen, embraced. This event is so precious. It is so needed. There are so many people who just are under the radar every day, going to work, living their lives, but yet caring for somebody. Winona, from my lips to God's ears and your heart, please keep this organization going. Please keep this event growing. It is so needed in our community. This is a gift from God. It is a gift. No one says thank you. No one knows. You can drop off the face of the earth. I almost disappeared for 3 or 4 years. Do you think people pick up the phone and wonder, where are you? How are you doing? You get immersed in what you're doing. And events like this, in a community of people who understand, who experience what you experience, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I know that everybody who participates in one of these events will lift a hand for the next one, me included. God bless you.